Diancie, the old storyteller, sipped from his coffee, then turned to look at the younger ones waiting for his voice of wisdom talks. He said, "Tonight, we are going to talk about reasons to be humble and calm. I will tell you a story of an African folktale, the story of the drum of justice and the seven shadows. Long time ago, in the ancient kingdom of Zamani, they said secrets were like footprints in the sand, easy to make, but never meant to last. But one secret, one truth, was buried deep in a shrine, waiting to be heard. And it all began with a boy who chased a goat and ran straight into a conspiracy. This is the tale of Tumo, the orphan who dared to make the drum of truth beat again. Come with me, as I will be telling you everything that happened in the folktale story." Tumo, 12 years old orphan boy, lives with Baba Kazi, a retired palace drummer. He's smart, curious, and restless. One day, while chasing his goat into the sacred grove, he hides behind a tree and hears whispers. Prince Mandu murmured silently, "Poison the wine. Blame the advisor. When the king dies, we rule." He heard it all and became scared. Tumo runs as fast as his legs can carry him. He ran straight home to his grandfather Baba Kazi. He tells Baba Kazi everything. The old man stiffens in fear. He murmured to himself, in silence, "Then the drum must beat again, but only the brave can make it sing," he said, facing Tumo in a confused state of mind. King Zuberi is old and vain, but very lively when it comes to praising him. He loves to hear people sing his name, but ignores the suffering of his people. He throws feast, always not minding the hunger and starvation of the villagers. His offsprings are not happy with his lifestyles. Even as an old king, he loves only things that makes him happy. Some of his close allies, other elders and relatives, plot to eliminate him in order to pave way for a younger prince to ascend the throne as a new king. They sincerely poisoned his drink. Prince Mandu presents poisoned wine at the feast. Thanks to Tumo and ancestors who never allowed the plot to eliminate King Zuberi succeeded. Before the king could drink from the wine, a gust of wind blows through the palace, and the sacred drum that had been sealed for a century suddenly beats 3 loud booms. Immediately, there was tense in the palace, panics amongst the traitors. They knew the meaning of the sacred drum. It spelled doom on anyone who betrayed the land. The king stares at the drum, then murmured, "Why now?" The elders declare, "Truth has been hidden in this land. The drum will beat until justice is served." The king urged the elders of the kingdom to summons the royal seer immediately. Some consultations and divinations were made by the seer. Then he appeased the spirit of their ancestors to guide him through the journey of revelation of the whole scenario at the palace feast. The royal seer reveals 7 shadows block the truth. Until they are found, the kingdom will suffer. He continues, "These shadows stick around the king and his throne until they will be revealed and exposed before the kingdom will be liberated of all the dooms in the land. Each shadow is a person involved in lies, corruption, or betrayal." Tumo was chosen by the ancestor to uncover each shadow one by one. Tumo, a brave and innocent young orphan, exposed and revealed all as it was revealed to him by the ancestors of the land. Prince Mandu, the chief planner. General Obugo, the enforcer. Minister Kola, who always bribes the court. Lady Fura, always feed lies to the queen. Elder Samu pretends to be neutral and innocent. Cook Wanja poisoned the food. The king himself, for his habit of turning a blind eye every time. As Tumo began to expose the seven shadows, while trying to expose the general, he was misinterpreted and they conspired against him, arranged him for judgment. The king believes the boy is cursed for waking the drum and banishes him to the Valley of Echoes. Baba Kasi cries bitterly, knowing everything was a conspiracy against his grandson, Tumo. They did it to stop the further revelation of the shadows. He sermons courage, then sent Tumo off with a charm for protection and a cowrie shell that glows when truth is near. While in the valley, Tumo meets Shani, a wild girl raised by forest spirits. She becomes his ally, always assuring him and encouraging him. The truth may sleep, but it does not die, she says. This is the lowest point. Tumo feels betrayed by the kingdom he tried to save. He vowed to expose the hidden secrets in the kingdom so that the land will be free from doom. Years passed. Tumo continues to grow in wisdom, learning many things from Shani. One day, while thinking about his kingdom and doom, Shani promised to help him. She reveals that in the old days, there were truth collectors, people who kept memories of real events. She takes Tumo to a cave where memories live as fireflies. Each of the firefly holds a vision. They capture visions of Prince Mandu's meetings, the poisoned food, and the stolen coins, all the seven shadows. With the captured visions to reveal the seven shadows and others, he decided to find his way back to his kingdom. Shani helped him through his journey back to his land. The glowing cowrie shell always guided him. Tumo escapes the valley, sneaked into his kingdom unnoticed. Tumo sneaks into the palace during the Festival of Light. He interrupts the ceremony and throws the glowing fireflies into the air. Panics took over the traitors and the betrayers of the kingdom. They knew it's the end of the road. Each of the fireflies Tumo throws reveals a shadow and their crime. The sacred drum explodes with sound, vibrating so strongly that windows crack. People fall to their knees. The truth is seen by all. Prince Mandu pulls a dagger and charges towards Tumo, but he was stopped by the force in the cowrie shell, which shines like the sun, and he was freezed in the midair. There was silence everywhere, people waiting for what next, as no one dare take a step out of where they were. According to the tradition of the kingdom, the king must vacate his throne. King Zuberi weeps bitterly, then whispered in silence to himself, "I fed lies with gold and let the innocent starve. All I care for is getting praised by people and throwing feasts every time." He turned to Baba Kazi, then said, "Let justice fall even on me." He removes his crown, placing it on Baba Kazi's lap, asking him to choose the next ruler. Baba Kazi responded him by saying, "Let those who dared to speak the truth wear the crown." He offers the throne to Shani, Tumo's helper and best friend, who refuses and instead names Tumo as the royal truth keeper. Tumo was crowned as the new king of the kingdom. A new position is born, not for power, but for truth. Tumo, on ascending the throne, ordered that the drum be placed at the center of the kingdom, where children gather to hear stories he tells them. The drum remained at the kingdom square till date. With the civilization that took place years after, the drum still remained there till date. Moral lesson: the loudest lies can dance for a day, but the truth always plays the final drumbeat. I believe you enjoy yet another of our ancestral story. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share our YouTube African Folktales videos. If you enjoy the Folktale story, kindly hit the comment box below to share the lesson. Learn from the story with us and others. Always support us by sharing our contents and channel for more viewers to learn one or two lessons from our video contents. Thank you, and see you next time. Please subscribe and share. Bye.